Hi, welcome back to another Hour with Crowder with me, your host, Crowder. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. And if you're already a subscriber, go ahead and ding the bell so that you can get all of my latest podcast interviews. And today, I have two special not fucking guests, co-hosts. I done found the motherfucking people. Here we go. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the people, our audience, our audience.
Should I start it off, or would you like to start it off?
With that,
Oh my
with that radio voice,
God,
with
that cool
voice.
guy right here.
What's up? This is your boy Melik Anthony, a.k.a. the Devil's Advocate. And I'm here with my lovely new co-host.
So my name is Ricky. I think that's unique enough, but people call me Rik Rock, and you don't stop. So
Why don't you go by Rik Rock?
I don't know. I feel like I'm too old for that.
All right,
Why?
Rik Rock.
But I like Rik Rock.
You basically grew up in the era of.
I mean, I did. That's that Cali love, that Rik Rock. So we'll go by Rik Rock.
All right, Rik Rock.
Okay.
Rik Rock and the Devil's Advocate.
Absolutely.
Love it.
And both of their Instagram names are on the screen, as you can see. How do y'all guys feel about being podcast hosts now?
It's amazing. As you know, you and I discussed that I tried to start a podcast and had a great vision for it. And, you know, what you and I discussed is that everybody wants to be a star, but they don't want to do the work. So I found that, you know, it has been a lot of prayer. It's been a lot of affirmations. It's been a lot of, okay, what the fuck is going on? And then you showed up. And so it's amazing. And just the vibe that we have, man, I feel like I've arrived. So thank you.
What about you, Melik?
I've dabbled in it a little bit. I had a podcast earlier this year called The Murder and a bunch of other weird shit podcasts, basically where I talked about different serial killers and so forth and murderers. I wanted to bring a podcast where I talked about serial killers that were black. Like, a lot of people think, like, oh, ain't no black serial killers. Like, shit. It's a whole bunch of the motherfuckers. And
Niggas
shit.
be killing people too.
Like,
Hey, we get mad too.
yeah, but like some of the shit that I was doing, like I remember was a guy who got fired at his job at the airport, got on the plane, killed his boss and the pilot, took down the whole plane. And this was like in the 80s.
I can't say nice because I'm about to say nice.
Like it's just like stories like that I really find so fascinating that I did. And for some reason, I was a little depressed or whatever the case, and I just took it down. But getting started with this, like, okay, like, yeah, I need to start that back up. Like, I think it's something that people would like to hear about. So thank you again for bringing it back on.
Man, these guys were the winner out of 100 fucking people liking and saying I'm interested. To those motherfuckers, and me and Melik was talking about that, to those motherfuckers that said I'm interested and didn't send a video, fuck out of here, bro. Like, you wouldn't go to a job and just fill out an application and say, or not even that, just you wouldn't go to a job and say I'm interested and then not do the fucking interview. Like, what the fuck was people thinking about? Like, they literally said I'm interested, and then the same post that I sent both of y'all about the regulation, the rules, what I wanted to do with the podcast, I sent that to all 100 of the motherfuckers, and about maybe 15 people sent me videos, and then the other ones was like, hey, what is the video supposed to be about? Or
made it very clear.
Yeah, I made it very clear. So it's just like, okay, like, now I know that, one, you don't know how to follow fucking directions.
They don't read.
And two, you don't fucking read. You don't fucking read.
Entitlement.
So I just said, oh, nah, y'all motherfuckers entitled.
Entitlement.
And I just can't fuck with you. So then the other people that did send it, I went through a whole fucking slew of fucking videos, and I'm like, okay, she got the spice, but she ain't got the personality. She got the personality, but she ain't got the spice. She bland. He bland. He ain't talking about shit. Oh, he pussyfooting. I can't have that motherfucker on here. And then I came across you two and my girl, and she said, shit, I like Melik. And as soon as I played yours, she said, I like her.
Thank you, wifey.
I like her.
You.
Put her on. And I said, that's funny because guess what? I like her too. And I said, these other two. And I still have people fucking a week later still fucking sending me videos. And I'm like, it's too fucking late, niggas. But thank you, Dallas Professional Facebook group. I love you guys. I love these two co-hosts. They're sticking around for the long run. And these are my co-hosts. I will have guests, but just not a lot. I think that it's way more efficient for a podcast to run off of the energy of each other rather than a guest that I have to bounce energy off of and figure out what the climate of those people are, because you don't want to offend anyone. You know, they're coming up here, they're not getting fucking paid. They're, you know, taking time out of the day. Time is money. And it's just, you just don't want to offend anyone. So I find myself not being myself. You know, a couple of my episodes, especially the ones that I do solo, it's really myself. That ranty, what are you black people doing? That's really me, but I can't be that in front of everybody, especially when I have like a white guest, because I don't know where their head is. And most people can say, oh, well, you fake, you cooning, you this, but I'm just unbiased and I try to be the devil's advocate.
You know what? Nice devil's advocate play. I like that.
I did.
See, this dude right here.
I
think
too cool for
we
school.
Don't need a guest because he has enough. He has enough for us to carry. I mean, we've got a year's worth of material. And quite honestly, like, you know, we're all partners and I got love for him. But I promise you, he has enough to catch me on the wrong day to come across this table.
I feel like it's going to be that way. Between y'all guys, it's going to be like,
but
between y'all.
Respectfully, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna choke you out, but we're gonna be good. We're gonna go to Applebee's and get us some potato skins afterwards.
Gross, fucking potato skins.
I want to jump back to what you said not too long ago. That word coon is used too often.
It's used when you have an unbiased. You don't run along with the pack. You don't run along with the sheep.
Like,
you have an unbiased opinion about what the fuck is going on in the climate of America.
Absolutely.
Just like the whole Ma'Khia Bryant case. A lot of people called me a coon. A lot of people called me unblack. They called me a white supremacist. And it was just like, bro, I'm saying it from the point of view, like, okay, just fuck the other girl parents.
Yeah.
Fuck her. Fuck that girl that fell on the ground and was about to get stabbed. Fuck her. We're just gonna all rally and fucking just go for the girl with the knife in her hand. I don't want to go too deep on that, but y'all say y'all opinions because y'all have very good opinions about that.
Opinions. So
yeah, I have the right opinion. Go ahead.
The right. Oh my God, this guy.
Okay, so when I come across the table in love,
please
okay,
come across.
I'm gonna come across the table.
Oh,
so
boy.
Here's my opinion on that, and I'm open enough to say that because, okay, I'm the type of person where when I get upset about something or I'm very passionate about something, I will go to someone and say, okay, am I wrong? Because I want to feel like if I'm missing something, let me know. So as a mother, that hurt me to see it. That hurt me. My standpoint on it is I feel like the cop did not announce himself, okay? I also feel like as a mother, maybe I'm too passionate about it in the sense of if that was my daughter and she had to defend herself, then maybe I'm inserting myself in the situation too much as a mother. Now, because we keep seeing this too many times with Black people being killed, I feel like I have jumped on this side. 90%. I feel like the Black community is on 97% of us is on this side. 3% of us, which you guys have been called cooning and all these things like that, are looking at the situation and saying, okay, but what if this was my daughter? Because again, when it comes to my daughters, all you can do is blink at them wrong, and I'm gonna kill your ass off GP. So what I recognize now is I never stepped on the other side of the situation. what I immediately did was step on the side of 97% of Black America, which is not wrong because we're so triggered. We're constantly triggered by these events. And to say, oh, that baby, that baby, that baby. But what I will stand by and will not let go of is the fact that he did not announce himself as the police. Okay, but wait, as we discussed earlier, and I'm going to describe this for the audience. When I got in a fight in 10th grade, all I was concentrating on was just keep hitting her. And my peripherals, all I saw was a tree on this side and lockers on this side. Mm-hmm. Everything else that I heard was, if you will. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, I got pulled all the way back. I mean, literally, like it was like I got snatched outside of my soul, It wasn't until I hit the ground that I realized that was campus security stopping the fight. And that's my only argument for this baby, was if she was that embroiled in a fight, was there the possibility that she did not hear nor see that the police were there? And he did not say police. He said, hey. That's the problem that I have.
Okay, so this is I want to look at the facts as we know it. I want to try and give a clear account of what happened.
Okay.
And why I feel like the police was the last person to blame.
Okay.
Okay, so some girls showed up at the house, started to fight. You felt you were in threat. I'm scared for my life.
Right.
These girls are trying to hurt me. Now, during this time, I don't know where her mom and her daddy was, but we do know she called the police.
Yes.
Come here, I need help. Some girls trying to fight me. Woo, yada, yada, yada. I'm scared. Mm-hmm. And there's nothing wrong with being scared. There's times in life we may be scared. I know if you show up at my house, it's 4 or 5 motherfuckers deep, I'm scared. I'm not coming outside.
Right.
Like, that's stupid.
Right.
But to call the police, say you're scared, come back outside with a knife. By this time you come outside, there are several adults around. Mm-hmm. Police show up. The adults are just watching. Everybody watching. We got the phone out and everything.
Yes, it's gonna be World Star. Yes.
Once she pushed old girl down to the ground, the father, who was just watching, comes over to kick the young lady who his daughter she pushed on the ground. Mm-hmm. She turns around, goes towards the other female, like this, getting ready to stab. Mm-hmm. Now, one, if you were scared, you called the police. Why you came outside? You was already outnumbered. Two, the daddy wanted to help join in on the fight.
True.
You didn't want to stop her. You saw the police officer. So when you saw the police officer, why didn't you grab your daughter? You saw she had the knife.
That's true. That's true.
Okay. Look.
No one gives a fuck about the situation, about what's going on, that we have the girl getting jumped. No one gives a fuck about the situation that now she has a knife. But everybody starts giving a fuck when the cop shows up and stops her from killing somebody else. All right? Then people have these dumbass motherfucking shit to say. Oh, well, maybe he should have used a taser. I can pull up several videos right now where a taser didn't do jack shit.
It did not.
For sure.
Yes,
for sure.
I saw a video where a man had 4 tasers on him, and he just walked it off.
No.
He walked it off.
Now,
hold on, wait.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
And then people say, "Oh, well, he could have just shot for the leg or some shit." Police are not trained to do that.
They're not marksmen.
They're trained.
They're not marksmen.
No, actually, he was a marksman. In the Army, his job was a marksman. But the police are not trained. Police are trained to hit the largest part of your body.
The kill point.
So the thing that I have to say is, at the end of the day, it's not a wrong or right answer, because in In this situation, 2 lives was hanging in the fucking balance.
Okay.
And that's the thing that is tearing Black America apart right now, is that we're trying to get on 2 sides. We're split between 2 sides of 2 people going home when it should have been both of them going home. I don't want to stay too long on this because it's just a rehash issue. And I feel like we're going to like uprise her spirit by talking about it. And we need to let that baby rest.
Let her rest. Let the ancestors welcome her.
Yeah, at the end of the day, like I said last week, I stand on the side of the cop, because at the end of the day, self-preservation. I got to go home to my motherfucking kids and wife and the people that love me. If it's a 16-year-old girl, and let's not act like 16-year-olds are not crazy nowadays. Like they cuss. Look, a fucking literally a 11-year-old just mouthed "fuck you" to my mom after he hit her car with a ball. So
even worse, you remember the situation out in, I believe it was DC or something like that, when the 2 young girls, like a 13-year-old,
they robbed
and they killed the Uber driver.
Yeah,
like let's not act like 16 and 17-year-olds can't be dangerous individuals.
Yeah, they definitely can, but at the end of the day, we have to view them as children. They're children. They don't understand what they're. No. Hold up.
Psychologically, we're talking about that prefrontal cortex.
Exactly.
That's not developed.
Exactly.
Okay.
So no. I understand what you're about to get ready to say, and you trying to rule out everybody as knowing right from wrong, but right and wrong from a 16-year-old perspective to a 21-year-old perspective is way fucking different. The things that I thought at 16-year-old was like, oh, it's not a big deal. It's not going to matter to anybody. But stealing beer at 16-year-old, because that's what basically I got locked up a lot for at 16 through 18 for. 16-year-olds stealing fucking beer is not a big deal. At 21 years old, it's a big fucking deal.
Yeah, but I still think that at its core, when you hit that age, you know right from wrong.
You do know right from wrong, but you don't know the consequences. You don't know the consequences, bruh.
This is where I feel like people make the mistake.
No, it's scientifically proven your frontal cortex is not fucking developed. You're not thinking clearly. It's like being drunk every fucking day. That's what it's like, bruh. As a 16-year-old.
I respectfully disagree
You have to respectfully disagree because a 16-year-old is not thinking logically like a 21-year-old.
But I don't even think listen, I remember being 21 and I can't even call that logical.
And guess what? It doesn't even develop in 20 fucking 5. 20 fucking 5.
So are we saying that when you have these violent offenders, violent killers that are 16, 17, 18, or we're saying that they don't understand what they're doing?
No, we're not saying that they don't understand what they're doing. We're saying that they're not intelligently capacitated to understand what the fuck is going on. They don't understand the consequences of it. They don't understand that they're going to get in big fucking trouble. That's what they don't understand.
And here's where I agree with you. Here's where I will agree with you. It's in the sense of, and I'm not calling anybody a bad parent. Okay, this is not a bad parent issue, but I believe that when you understand at the end of the day, you know you get to go home, and when you look at consequences, depending on the level of parenting. Okay, my mom's gonna cuss me out. Okay, I'm 42. And Paula Brown still scares me. So, but
Linda Sheffield still scares me.
Right. Like, so if you understand, okay, my mom's gonna bail me out. My mom's just gonna cuss me out. Okay, she's gonna ground me. But really, like you and I we all talked about technology earlier. My mom's gonna send me to my room. Well, even if she takes my phone, I still got TV. Oh, I still have a burner phone. As opposed to me, as a mother, a single mother supporting 2 children right now, when you line up my consequences, I'm in my profession, I'm licensed by the state of Texas. My fingerprints are on file. I lose that off the rip. If I lose that, then at 42 years old, I have to decide, what am I going to do for a career again? I have a company car. I lose my company car. Then me and my kids got to find. So when you line up the consequences, I feel like I feel like because that prefrontal cortex is not developed and you have not had a chance to live life, the consequences may feel like, my mom's just going to talk shit, but I'll be grounded for a week. I'll be okay. But as a grown up, we lose all our shit if we make the same decision.
Let me put it like this. Okay. Getting an ass whooping at 16 years old versus getting an ass whooping at 21 years old or 25 years old.
The ass whooping's going to be from the law as opposed to getting ass whooping from your mama at 16.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so you know that you can still be the fuck outside after that shit is over with. With the law, that shit is
2 weeks later.
Yeah, at least a month or 2 weeks later, your ass gonna be the fuck outside. And with the law, you know that your ass is out of there. Just like she said, you lose everything. You go to jail. If you go to jail for a week, you lose your job, and that goes into losing your house, and then that goes into losing your car. That goes into losing everything. As a 16-year-old, you don't have anything to lose, so you're reckless.
Okay.
And it's not a matter of knowing right from wrong. It's a matter of knowing what the fuck you have to lose of doing this shit, bruh.
Okay, so I'm not ready to concede to that.
Okay.
Just one, I truly feel like at that age, you understand right from wrong. You know murder, robbing and shit is bad.
Right.
Like there is no ifs, ands, buts about it. Also with technology that we have, with music, movies, TV shows, Instagram, YouTube, you trying to tell me a damn 15, 16, hell, a 14-year-old don't know what the fuck gonna happen if I commit this murder?
Dude, because it's glorified. It's glorified. They never tell you what happens after you fucking do the crime. They only tell you, oh, I'm gonna put the blick in the wrist and I'm gonna get the kiss, this. And they never tell you, I went to jail for this shit and I spent 25 years. They never tell you that part, bruh. They never tell you that part in music.
Wait. Now, see, I'm not willing to say that a child doesn't know.
It's not about.
Hold on.
No, because you're going crazy right now. It's not that they don't know. They know exactly what the fuck is gonna happen, but it's not that it's not glorified. It's not put on the forefront. If rappers told children and they put it in their song that you're gonna go to jail for this shit
or
and
you're going to die.
You're gonna die for this shit, then guess what? They would be a little bit more cautious. But the only thing that they glorify is getting the money, getting the bag, and then getting away with the crime, and then getting hood glorified. That's it. That's why you have movies like Tony Montana and what is that? Scarface. You have movies like Scarface. Yes. What happened in Scarface? Nobody ever talks about the end of Scarface. They talk about the beginning and the middle. That's it. Because they glorify him coming up from the fucking bottom and then getting all this fucking money, getting the hot ass girl, getting the cars, and then they never talk about it at the end where he goes in and he gets shot up 1,000 fucking times. Then that's never the glorified part. So it's about rappers, if you're saying it in your aspect, it's about rappers not glorifying the ending part, the end game of shooting people, robbing people, killing people. They never say that they go to jail for that shit, bruh.
But I think you kind of know that.
They know.
Top. Like, I feel like you can't acknowledge something and then play dumb about it. Like in the end, it's like
I'm sorry, I gotta let you go. No, I gotta let you go, bro.
So what I will say is this. So I've been
hold on before you say. Like it's kind of like this. You can't be like, oh, like there's an entity or a white man behind the camera that's keeping me down. You can't acknowledge that and then go out, sell drugs, do all this bullshit, right, get caught and be like, man. Oh, like, but motherfucker, you knew.
At like, 16, you don't know. Like, I can tell you.
You don't know you're going to jail if you kill somebody at 16?
You are going to jail, but you don't understand the severity of it. You don't understand the severity of it at 16. At 16, my mom bailed me out every fucking single time. Exactly. You been to prison? I've been to prison. Guess what? Every time before I went to prison, my mom bailed me the fuck out. So when I did fuck shit, no,
I'm
hold
talking
up.
about serious crimes. Now
guess what?
Stealing beer and bullshit like that, I understand.
I robbed shit, nigga. I robbed shit.
But
and guess what? Hold up. And guess what? Every time my mom bailed me out. So I knew that in 3 days, my mama was going to bail me the fuck out of here. Oh, I don't want no honey buns. No, I don't want no fucking bologna sandwich. My mom about to bail me out, nigga. And then, because I know I'm getting the fuck out. So at the end of the day, when I got that one big fucking crime that they said, hey, no bond. No bond. She a habitual fucking criminal. At this point.
How old was that?
21, 22.
Oh.
So 21, 22. She's habitual. She's been doing this since she was fucking 16. She's habitual. No bond.
Right.
And then I said, oh shit, my mom can't bail me out. Then that's when the severity of the crime comes in. That's when it sinks in. When you can't have mommy bond you out.
That's right.
So that's what I'm saying. At 16, you're trialed as an adult. I robbed something at 17 years old. They tried to get me on 18. My birthday was 3 days away. They tried to get me at 18. They waited, actually. They stalked my house for 3 days until I turned 18. Went to school, tried to get me on that shit. But it couldn't go because I committed the crime when I was 17. So now I'm stuck between the situation of, okay, the laws want me at 17, but I'm actually fucking 18. So the point that I'm trying to get at is that even at 17, I did a big boy crime, but I'm still thinking as a child. So that's what I'm saying. But you don't understand the severity of the shit when you're a younger kid, because you're still gonna get bailed out.
I'm gonna make big boy decisions, but I don't understand the consequences that's gonna come behind it.
That's
a kid. That's what kids do. They make big boy decisions, and they're kids.
Every occasion.
But I'm telling you, okay. So I'm going to tell you the perfect situation or example, and then I'm going to tell. So my mom is one of the psychologists in her district. I can't say which district, and she's at an alternative school. And you hear these stories time and time and time and time again. And there's a student, a young man that she has. Both parents are entrepreneurs. I mean, essentially come from the ideal life. So it was senior year, or maybe not senior, whatever it was, the school was paying for a trip. Okay. So and this is not about a crime, but they all get together. You're away from your parents. They get into some ratchet sex. At that moment, the thought is, I'm away from my parents. I'm in this hotel. Nobody's going to get caught. They get caught by an administrator of the school. Now they have to go to an alternative school. I believe that, and here's the thing. They went to my mother and she did her job and she's what I can respect about her is psychologist or not, she's still a Medea. She's still a grandmother. She's still an educator, and I've heard her tell this story so many times before when she says, when she gets them, she says, what did you do? As bad as they are, as badass as they are, when they get in front of someone who wants to make them recognize their consequence, they don't want to talk about that. And she said, no, I already, like prison, I already know why you're here. What did you do? So at that point, which I can agree with you, for those students, if I will, they understood their parents were affluent. In that moment, they made that decision. But here's what the consequences were. They went to alternative school. The worst thing that could have happened to them was the best thing that could have happened to them. They got my mom, who treated them like mud to the damn DEA. They decided that they were going to straighten out their lives. They did go back to their school. Yes, there was the pointing and the, ooh, you did this and that. But they've graduated and they're in college. And so I say all that to say that I'm a witness to a professional who says that at that age, they get excited about peer pressure. They get excited about hood credit. They get excited about, and especially, I will say this, in the affluent neighborhoods, they want street credit more than anything. So they're making these impulsive decisions. And the reality of it is that okay, the worst thing that can happen to me is I go to alternative school and my mom has a name in the district. I go to Dr. such and such. I'm in trouble for 60 days. I go back to my campus. Mommy and daddy bail me out. I know not to do that shit again. Mm-hmm. So, and as a parent, I will say this. And this is low level, but I'm just using that example. I called my daughters when I got off work today because they were doing asynchronous learning today. I said, what do you want to eat? We want salmon. I bought some salmon. I said, okay, take the salmon out, put it in the sink. Okay. I was 30 minutes out from home. I get home and I told myself, I said, I bet that fucking salmon is not in the sink. Mm-hmm. I get home. House is dirty. Now, when I left this morning, as soon as they woke up, they got to arguing. I said, I'm going to tell you what. I said, I'm going to be home in 2 hours. I said, you better be good and goddamn getting along by the time I get home. Mm-hmm. Okay. I get home. They're not getting along. House is not clean. Salmon is still in the freezer. I will say this as a parent. I holler, scream, and yell. I threaten. I'm going to do this and that. But the consequence is not there. And that's what I feel like what we're coming around to is that some of the decisions that they're making without the development of that prefrontal cortex, and then with the fact that the consequence is not there, they are living inside of this Scarface fantasy.
I think that more evidence needs to be raised and talked about, because I genuinely feel like if you were to go out there and you would go to like the average teenager, mm-hmm. or if we go to these neighborhoods where, well, I don't know too much about Dallas. I hear a lot about Oak Cliff or some shit like that. Let's just say that's like if you go to like
I'm from Los Angeles, so let me just I'm from Inglewood.
I was in LA for about 15 years, so let's just say if you go to motherfucking Compton,
go to Crenshaw,
Inglewood, or if you in fucking Chicago, if you go to Inglewood to where they bang at, if you say, well, hey, if you 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old, and you know you out here, you pulling licks and shit, where you think you going? Like, what do you think the consequences? And they gonna tell you, well, shit, it's either motherfucking dead or in jail.
But so, they glamorize it.
Exactly.
It's glamorized.
It's the hood credit. You don't understand how valuable hood credit is when you are when you were a kid, bruh.
Okay, so
didn't you want Nikes? Didn't you want Jordans? Didn't you want a tall tee? Why? Because it gave you credit at school, bro. Okay, you wasn't wearing no motherfucking Payless shoes. Why didn't you wear Payless shoes?
Because you would get teased.
Why? Why didn't you wear? No. I want you to ask this question. I want you to answer this question. Why didn't you wear Payless shoes? Why wouldn't you be caught wearing Payless shoes?
Because my mama
those
had
are actually
it.
some good shoes.
No.
I had
if your mama didn't have it, then if you wore Payless shoes, why would you be ashamed to wear Payless shoes?
I don't know if I
because it wasn't the just answer the question because it wasn't fucking
you
cool.
Gonna come across the table
because it wasn't fucking cool to wear Payless shit. It wasn't cool to wear Payless shit, and just like being cool, like the Payless shit is the square shit. That's going to school, that's getting good grades, that's being a goody two shoes, that's following all the rules. And then wearing the Jordans, and this is just an example, people. I'm not saying that all people wear Jordans are bad people. There's some really good people that wear Jordans. My homie Melik got Jordans on. He's a really good person. But I'm saying that the Jordans is the hood credit and the Payless shoes is the square.
I mean, but
you didn't wear Payless shoes. You got Jordans on now. You just showed the whole audience. I mean, you still wear them shits to that day, bruh.
You can find these on Amazon for
bruh, put them shits down. Yeah. I love you guys. I love you guys.
I actually feel like that's something that we need to definitely revisit in the future, where just in what you just said, where how we look at stuff. Like, even now that I'm older, or just even I believe women can attest to it. Like, when you was younger, like, why was the motherfucking bad boys like the go-to?
I would like to tap
when you have the fucking the squares or the guy that didn't run the street or some shit like that. Like, ain't nobody. Not saying I was either one. I probably was right in the middle. You know what I'm saying? But,
same, right in the middle.
You know what I'm saying? But still, like, why do we look at the guy that wants to get up and go to work or who stays in school has
As
a
a
4.0.
square.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's a square. Like
Because of
what?
hood, we just said it. Because of hood
Well,
credit,
it's about
hood
conditioning.
credit
It's
is
about
very
conditioning.
valuable in the hood.
That's something we really. Now I give all the props for being like I call myself like a square with rough edges. I ain't the hardest nigga. I grew up in the hood. I think I'm pretty smart, but shit, I know what it is.
Yeah,
You know
you
what
can
I'm saying?
fight.
Like, but like how society we look at it as, oh well, you need to be hood, or if you read well, you speak well. Oh, you talk
I've heard
white.
that all my life.
What?
Why do you talk white? Why are you bougie? Like I'm proud of the way I was raised. I give credit to my family. We were, the quintessential upper or middle class family.
Upper middle class
family. I mean, my grandparents were educators, but they were doctor. And my grandmother, even before she passed away, like every woman in our family was required to have a master's degree. And so I had a chance to experience that with my daughter. Hey, I'm going to give my daughter a whole bunch of black girl magic here. She's first chair in the orchestra. And
Give it up.
Okay. And
Man, can we put that applause on? What's that
first
applause
chair
shit?
in orchestra. And she's a straight A kid.
Mm-hmm.
And she experienced that.
Okay, say it again.
Oh, my daughter. I'm going to give her all this black girl magic right now. She made first chair in orchestra. No? Okay.
There you go, that black girl magic.
My daughter, I'm going to give her all this black girl magic right here. She made first chair in orchestra. We're talking about a black girl in a predominantly white school. She is on that. I'm going to say it wrong because if she ever hears this, she's going to laugh. I call it a viola. It's a viola. But, it's...
Wait a minute, it's not a violin?
No, okay. Here I am feeling extremely bougie, and I thought it was a violin. And she was like, no, Mom, it's a viola. And I was
Viola.
like, okay, whatever.
Viola.
So
Look at Melik.
Viola.
I was like, what the fuck is a viola? And how much is that per month? $29? Okay, I got that.
I don't got that. You just gotta pay bass. You gotta play the baritone. You gotta play that shit.
So, but she came home with that. She said, Mom, I'm in the middle. I'm not black enough for the black girls, and I'm not white enough for the white girls.
Oh, God.
And
I feel
she's
so
a straight
sorry
A
for
student.
her,
I said, let me
bro.
explain something to you. I said, what I have learned is this. I said, you need to hang out with the nerds right the fuck now.
Them
I said,
nerds
okay.
is
I
gonna
said,
get
you have
far.
already decided that you're going to be a surgeon. When I had surgery and she saw the bill from the anesthesiologist, she was like, oh, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I said, because what I have learned is this, is that the nerds make it. Stay focused. Don't worry about that other bullshit. I said, you stay right in the middle. Don't worry about being too black. Don't worry about being too white. Just be you. Honor the fact that you are doing big shit as a black girl.
Word.
And don't worry about the rest.
Word.
But I was kind of caught up in that that whole theatrical thing of not being too black for the blacks and I mean being too white for the blacks and being too black for the whites. You know, I'm kind of quirky, I'm kind of corny, whatever.
But you're not though, really?
I mean, I date a lot of fucking like I date a lot of girls, and the black girls when they see my complexion, and that's another thing we got to go over.
Dark, baby. The dark,
they
the
see
berry,
Bro, they see the darkness, they see the dreads, and they think that I'm gonna be like, I'll shoot a nigga ass right now.
bitch, come here and give me some pussy.
Yeah, they think of me like that, and then I say, you want to talk about aliens?
Would you like to watch Big Bang Theory?
Yeah, and they don't go along with that. They think that I'm a person that is supposed to be violent and I'm supposed to be this or that. They put me in a box. They pigeonhole me. Yeah, they pigeonhole me, bro. Yeah. And a lot of black girls, I hate to say that because I hate getting on my black queens, but a lot of black queens, that I've dated, they just want me in this pigeonhole. They want to box me in. They want me in the 501s. They want me in the Jordans. They want me in the white tee. They want me in the fitted hat. And my style is very like busted, honestly. I wear graphic tees and I wear blue jeans and I like boots and I like Vans. And when I wear that stuff around them, they want to change me automatically. Okay. And so I feel her when she she
I
goes
was right
to
in the
that.
middle. I was right in the middle. Like I was so I went to an all-girls Catholic high school in Compton. And so before then, I went to a predominantly white school in Cerritos, California. And at some point, I feel where you're coming from, because it was like I was never enough.
Yeah, you're never enough for
I
either
was called a
side.
token. I was called an Oreo. And then
Oreo,
when I got to the black
fucking
school,
worst.
it was never enough. But here's the question it leads me to, because, we discussed his topic. My audition tape was about interracial dating. So I will admit, I was that person who could not understand, well, how are you pro-black and you're not dating a black person? Okay? Until I met the person I'm dating, and he's Indian. My first thing was like, oh, y'all like black girls? So, that's because of, unfortunately, all the conditioning that we have. I have found that when you just love someone, you just love someone. I'm gathering that. But I also hear you, because when it comes to dating, I like someone who's different. I like the Big Bang Theory. I like the symphony. I like the opera. I can get into anime. I like hiking. And I have so many of my black friends like, what you hiking for? Because you
For health, bitch.
You can burn
You should try
1,700
it.
calories.
You should
can
try
burn
that shit.
1,700 fucking calories, And so once I started dating him, it was in that moment that I understood that it's not about abandoning who you are, but, and you saw my tape. My concern is when a black person dates outside their race and they disparage the black race. I don't date him because I can't stand black men. I think black men are the most beautiful thing that has ever been put on this earth.
Yeah, look at
the
these
first
two
time
guys
I laid
right
eyes
here.
on him, I was like, "Oh my God,"
God
So
damn, this nigga right here.
it was funny, because the thing that I condemn people for, I feel like I'm standing guilty of it. If someone walked up to me like, "Why you with that Indian dude?" Well, I'm not with him because he's Indian. I'm with him because we. But at no point in time have I ever said, "I'm with you because black men ain't shit."
Okay, so this is what it is and Dr. Umar said it best.
Who? I'm sorry.
Who?
He doesn't like him.
I
just
want
to make it clear.
Doesn't like him.
And he doesn't like the Kevin guy either. I just want to.
Okay, so I never throw the baby out with the bathwater. I'm interested in your comment about this. Marriage is essentially a business. It really is. It's a business. You're gonna marry into this family that has money or don't have money, even just without the old time perspective of it, where you give a cow and you get the wife and then you leave.
Right.
But if you marry to a woman that has a lot of debt, now you owe that debt.
Yes.
If you marry with a dude that has child support, now you owe that child support.
got that
So
baby mama
marriage is essentially low-key a business. That's what America has made it.
Right.
So I feel like, yes, ultimately, if you do date outside of your race, and this is me with a white girlfriend, yes, you are kind of dating for your sole purpose of what you want to be, what you want to be financially. Because if you date someone that's black, then you know that, one, they could feel your struggle. Yes. Two, they probably are in debt like you or don't have debt like you.
I would just like to let you know I just got a secured credit card from Capital One.
They don't have debt or they do have debt like you.
Hey,
and it's a business. It's a business. I know black people don't like to think of it, and not even black people, just people. Oh, because we watch too many motherfucking fairy tale movies, watch too many fucking Disney movies. But marriage is a fucking business. You marry into something. You do.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I think, yeah, maybe sometimes.
You absolutely do. Tell me if you date a motherfucking girl that got that has child support, you ain't gonna have to pay that child support.
I mean, I would.
You are. It's no you would or not. You are going to have to pay child support.
I mean,
it's a business.
Not
That's
directly,
a business.
but maybe indirectly. Because if she pays child support and she's like, well,
but if she falls,
get cut off,
but if she falls behind, you're going to have to pick up the fucking slack.
I mean, but look, I just look at, even though, like, I know love is a bunch of bullshit half the time. Like, I'm still a big believer in love. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, in certain situations, like, I don't look at like gender roles. Like, I feel like if me and you're in a relationship, if I'm up and you down, I got you.
That's right.
If you down and vice versa, like, I don't look at as a woman you're supposed to do this, or as a man you're supposed to do this. Look, motherfucker, we together, we got each other. It's 50-50.
But guess what? That's business. Because guess what? At the end of the day, if you go to your job and what is it, the field supervisor? My field supervisor, when somebody calls in, guess what he got to do? Pick up that motherfucking route.
Okay, so
that's a business. Marriage is a business.
Okay, because this is a whole issue. Is submissiveness a part of business?
I mean, shit.
I feel like in a sense, yeah.
Okay,
in a sense.
Okay, so each one.
Sure.
What is your definition of submissiveness?
Submissiveness to me. No. Let's get the man.
I would
the
like
only
to hear
man right now.
If you notice, every time you're about to talk, I have to grab the mic and get real deep. Like, I would like to hear what you have to say.
All right.
Okay.
Submissiveness to me. Submissiveness to me is letting go.
Letting go of what?
Your
preconceived notions,
inhibitions, and letting me take control, or me drive completely, and you trust my guidance.
What if a woman said to you, then it feels like you want to be my God?
I would say you sound crazy as hell. Like, what would be the whole point of you getting in now? It depends on how you look at relationships. If we look at it as, okay, well, the man is supposed to lead, but I'm going to question every decision he makes and everything. I like, why the fuck are you with me? Like, like, I think in relationships, when you talk about, okay, like, what are the goals? What are your responsibilities? Or what do you feel like, what is my role in this relationship? Because if you're saying, like, I'm your man and you're following my lead, and anytime I try and do something and you're questioning the route or where we're going in this relationship or what we're doing, you really don't have trust in this relationship. Because I feel like that is the role. If we're in a relationship, or are we in agreement that women are, I don't want to say supposed to, but for the sake of this argument, supposed to follow their man or their partner relationship. So are we in agreement with that?
Yeah.
I'm as a woman, I don't want to be with a man, or I don't want to be in a relationship where I'm dominant. When I'm in a relationship,
when you're dominant, or you want to be dominated?
I don't want to be. I look. Okay, so in a relationship, and I'm kind of getting off course, I love intelligence. Someone who's extremely intelligent, because I love to learn. So I guess I can round that in saying that if I'm looking to you to learn from you, I would even say with the person I'm dating now, like, he doesn't know this, but just the way that he carries himself, like, I leveled up on my shit. Like, I just paid 3 credit cards off. Like, so I am looking for that person to, I guess, in the sense, like, I do respect that leadership. Absolutely.
And I think that a lot of issues that we have, like, I think it was Little Duval of all people.
Oh my God, the dude that said, "Yeah, bitch." Oh my God, you taking advice off that nigga?
Like, Little Duval is living his best life, and he's not going back and forth with you niggas.
He's not. He's definitely not going back and forth with you niggas.
He's not. Okay. Go
I don't know if it was him or somebody like him, but he was saying, like, a lot of women, like, how the fuck you gonna get married, like, if you don't learn to be submissive now to your boyfriend?
Because women have learned the wrong
definition.
The wrong definition of submissiveness.
Right.
Me, submissive is, even in I'm a lesbian woman. I'm dominant in my relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So because I'm the stud. So submissiveness to me is an exchange. She knows tech. I know books. So I help her with her fucking homework for school, and she helps me with tech for the podcast. And it's an exchange of energy to me. That's what I feel a submissiveness is. Even in a straight relationship, men are naturally stronger than women. Women are naturally more nurturing, more emotional. So with your kid, and this is just an example, with the kid, the man is going to be the disciplinary. Hey, this is what you need to do. Not even in a physical way. This is what you need to do, and this is why you need to do it. As a woman, he might cry, and then you going to come and say, hey, your dad is only telling you this because this is something that you need to do as a man or as a woman. He's telling you this for your own good. So the role of submissiveness between a man and a woman is exchange of energy. I have something that you lack, and you have something that I lack, and we come together like yin and yang, and we give that to each other.
So what's the difference between that and a barter?
A barter?
Yeah.
A barter of what? Like we're trading stuff or what?
Yeah, I mean, just like you said, like
it's the same thing. It's literally a barter. It's I'm trading my feminine energy for your masculine energy because I don't have enough masculine energy and you don't have enough feminine energy. So I'm going to give you some of my feminine energy to see it from my point of view of life, and you're going to give me some of your masculine energy, not as in I'm going to physically give it to you, but if I need this heavy-ass motherfucking washer lift up 2 fucking flights of stairs, I'm going to call Melik. But if I need my son to understand why his father is disciplining you, I'm going to call Rik Rock.
Right.
Wait, what? Oh, yeah. All right, so I wanted to ask, okay, so why we just won't call the moving people as opposed to Melik lifting up the washer?
No, it's just an example.
Oh,
There's
okay.
so many other things that guys can do.
Okay, but here's
so many other things.
And I agree with that because
it's just an example. The only thing that I'm saying is that there's attributes about men that women do not have, and there's attributes about women that men do not have. So when we come together, then we exchange those energies with you guys. Even as a lesbian woman, I still come to my brother for advice and physical strength and everything because even if I had a kid, if me and Heather had a kid right now and it was a boy, we can't teach him how to be a boy. I have to take him to my brother because he is the only man in our family that can teach him how to pee in a toilet, how to throw a fucking ball, how to talk to girls. I cannot teach him that. That is the masculine energy that he needs in my life that I have to exchange with my brother, not on a sexual level, but on a physical level, on this astral plane. I have to give him to my brother because he is the only male energy that he will have in his life.
Right. I feel that. I just want to throw one more thing out there that Black Panther was all right. Yeah, all right, go ahead.
Okay, wait. See, and that's when I come across the table. So I'll say this, and I'm done. When I was married for 10 years, and I will say that my marriage was ruled off of the rules of religion, which we'll talk about later. But as far as submissiveness, my definition of it was I went to my ex-husband one day. I said, well, what is it that you want? How can I be submissive to you? And I will say in some sense it's based on the person's experience because whatever experience he had before me, his response was just don't yell at me in public. Right?
That's a very low level.
He said, yeah,
submissiveness.
no, but I mean, but you know, he said just respect me. Just don't yell at me in public. Yes, he can, that brother can change a tire in 5 seconds flat. And like you, he'd be like, I'm not lifting that. We'll call a mover. What he wanted from me was to respect
me and Melik,
but what he wanted
I can lift
from
the
me
washer
was to respect the fact that he was going to call a mover, and we were going to move some money from this account to this account, and that it was going to get done without me saying, oh, why can't you move a washing machine? And he's a fucking Virgo.
Don't play on Virgos.
Whatever.
Bro. Don't play on our top.
Whatever.
Like
he
don't
would
play on our top
say,
like that.
very confidently, because I don't want to move it. And I have the money, so I don't have to move it.
That is a Virgo.
Yeah.
I
like
constantly
that.
throw
And
money.
I respected
I'm a
that.
Taurus,
Like,
though,
I
just so we're
can't.
clear.
You're a Taurus?
God forbid,
Yeah, I'm a
I can't
Taurus.
stand that dude right now. But in that moment, that was sexy. I don't have to move it, and he just wanted me to respect that. Hell,
Excuse me, we were talking about how great Tauruses were. No one cares.
I'm a
They
Sagittarius.
kind of are. My
so fuck
brother's
both of
a
y'all.
Taurus.
No one cares about Sagittarius. So,
I love Malik. I don't know what you are.
she's
I'm a Sagittarius.
Sagittarius.
December 1st.
Yeah, like
We're the best. We're free spirited. We're passionate. We're
Yeah, Tauruses are better.
yeah. God made
okay.
us.
Well, fuck you and this.
I don't care about you moving that
Sagittarius,
motherfucking
no.
cup.
Yeah.
Sagittarius will throw a
Go ahead and get to your point, Taurus.
I was just saying that Jesus saves, and
I don't really know about that. I'm doing the research.
I mean, but you know what though? Speaking of religion,
Oh, let's go. Let's
just go ahead and get right in it.
Let's go.
I feel like personally, I don't know which religion is the right religion.
That's right.
I don't feel the need to bash anybody else's religion or anything like that. I just feel like, hey, I would much rather live my life like there is a God
Where is she going? What is she
than to
doing?
live my life like there ain't no God.
Living your best
And,
life.
Yeah, I mean,
But
I ain't trying to hurt
there are
nobody.
like 4 cameras in here. What is she doing?
Yeah, we caught her on camera.
Okay,
yeah, we
it's
gonna,
okay.
We gonna put that
I'm
online.
I'm really trying to pay attention to you, but she.
Yeah, I was just talking about religion. I don't
Okay, that's all.
know. Hallelujah.
Glory to God.
Let's talk about and I'm very as a burgeoning actor, trying to get my name out there.
I can see that.
I was very upset with the news that they're going to do a Superman movie, and it's going to be with a black character, and I was super upset about that. It's because we don't need a black Clark Kent.
Why not?
Why can't we? Because we literally have black Kryptonians. Like, why are we using the same copy and paste? We're just going to make them black. Same character, make them black. Just like with James Bond. Hey, let's make a black James Bond. Hey, let's not. Are we saying like the only agents is 007? We can't come up with other agents like.
So does it lose its authenticity?
To
if
me,
he's black?
absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Explain that
Like,
to me.
because we have characters.
Okay.
Like, I have no problem with there being like a black agent for MI5 or whatever the damn what's the names. But does it have to be a James Bond? Like, are we really going to use like the same James Bond 007? We're just going to change. He's black. Like, really? Are we really going to use the same Clark Kent, Kal-El? Only difference is he's
I
black
feel you
now.
like he's gonna get
Like,
this movie and then nothing else.
like, what? And
get it.
I'm a huge Superman fan, so like that shit is like, wow. Like,
Right.
I get it if you're like an up and coming actor like myself and like this is your big break. Cool. But if you are like an established actor,
Stop that right now. Stop that right now. Stop that right now.
and if you're an established actor and you were to get that role and you're a fan of DC, I would be like so upset.
Okay.
It's like, how could you disrespect DC, Clark Kent, Kal-El, and Superman? You're like, hey, I'm gonna be you. I'm just gonna be black. That's like you remember when like we always have these memes on Twitter and shit, and it was like, Ryan Gosling as Martin Luther King, like shit like that. It's
I
like,
would be so pissed
like-
off. So at this moment, I get where you're coming from.
So it's like, what? Like,
right, I get it. Like
But
if
yeah.
Will Ferrell was Martin Luther King.
yeah, it's like
Okay, so I can respect you on that.
you know what I'm saying? Like, man,
Y'all niggas weird.
No, I'm just saying, man.
Says the anime bitch. Like,
I'm not anime. This is just a shirt that I bought from Walmart before the show because I thought that you guys were gonna dress up.
For sure.
I'm sorry, you didn't send the memo about us dressing up.
Yeah, we didn't get the memo.
I'm sorry.
No, you wasn't supposed to dress up. I would have wore my Amazon shirt. I don't work for Amazon, you guys.
I actually like the Amazon shirt.
It was pretty stylish.
I liked it. It
Yeah,
felt,
like if we were thinking about like the gold trim with the Louis on the side was very.
I think I liked it because I think it
Fucking
said like
guys.
influencer. Or it had an affirmation on it. I like it.
Yeah, I did.
It said fulfillment.
Right. So I felt like you were fulfilled.
No, it meant when you fulfilled the truck.
But I felt like you
Box
were
set.
fulfilled.
Guys, you guys are wonderful. I'm so happy that I have you guys here. This was a great, riveting. You see, you repeat the vocabulary. Riveting.
Riveted. Oh,
I said that shit wrong as fuck,
Okay,
didn't I?
nobody asked him to open a topic about. Okay, go ahead.
oh, I just want to say that this was super fun and everything.
Man,
It's
come
all
back.
me.
I feel
I
like
would
you're gonna
definitely
flake
be back.
off.
No,
Come
next
back.
week I won't be here because I will be in LA.
My city, my
I will
home,
be
my people.
working.
What, you going with them?
No, I just want to say long live Emperor Nip.
God damn.
That's all.
Wait a
Yeah.
minute, why the fuck you going out there? When you got a fucking job now?
Because I still work in production in LA. So I'm going up there, shoot a commercial for like 4 or 5 days, and then I'll be right back.
Will you be
down.
back before Friday?
No, I will be back Saturday.
We're actually
Okay.
doing our next
Hold
episode
on.
on
Saturday.
Tuesday. Hold on. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, I'll be back Saturday afternoon.
Okay. Saturday
right.
afternoon.
All right.
Let's just
and-
film Saturday afternoon.
All right, so Saturday
It's too
afternoon.
new for you to be taking fucking days
No,
off,
hey,
nigga.
man, I need this money. So
feel
if anybody that's ever listening and shit who does kind of film and shit in LA, hit me up. I travel from Los Angeles to Dallas.
Are you plugging yourself?
I'm just saying when it comes to work because we on our shit.
You remember that episode of Dave Chappelle when they had the wrap it up box?
Yes, I did.
That's where I need you to be right here.
I didn't see that.
No. Go ahead and give them church announcements. Church
I got
announcements.
Yeah, that's just it. Like, hopefully we will have a very eventful next week. So when I come back, we will have lots to talk about.
We're gonna do it.
Like whether it be in politics, life.
We're gonna talk
race.
about the black church. I feel
yeah.
like when I have something important to say, I have to come down.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're gonna pick our church.
Okay.
I'm done.
No. You said fucking one. Church announcements. You got some?
Church announcements. We will be meeting at Boomer Jack's for a short communion and love offering after this.
Am I getting took on a date? Like, or is that what just happened here? Because if it is, I am for it. Like I said, it is.
She has a
women.
guy, bro.
I ain't
You're
actually
not
got
getting
it.
asked out on a fucking date.
What I'm saying
God
is
damn.
that
I mean, you know what? The entitlement
I'm
of
making
women.
the church
like,
announcement. So
You're not getting asked
I'm
out on a
writing
date. She
something
has
important.
a guy, bro.
It's not about a
what
boyfriend.
I'm saying
Hey,
is
coworker,
that
you
I
want
just
some potato
kind of
skins
feel
or
like
something?
we should go have some potato skins after we leave here.
Thank you. Are
That's
they
all.
burnt?
I don't
They're
know,
definitely burnt.
but I just feel like we should go eat afterwards.
I ain't really hungry though.
I don't
Like,
really give a shit.
Anyways.
Honestly.
Jesus Christ.
This is my church announcement.
Okay, go
Follow
ahead.
all of these great fucking
Yes.
co-hosts on
yeah.
Instagram for sure. Follow me at An Hour with Crowder on Instagram. Follow me at follow us. I keep saying me. I'm used to doing this
it's
by
okay.
myself.
Hey.
Follow me
But-
at Melik Anthony.
No,
Malik,
you already had your
M-E-L-I-K
fucking time. The camera's on me.
_Anthony.
This nigga right here.
Follow me on An Hour with Crowder on Facebook. Follow me An Hour with Crowder on Instagram. Follow me at Crowder the Great on Twitter. And follow all of these great guys on Instagram. I'm going to have all of them on the link as well as the description of what we're talking about. And just one time for the one time. Go ahead.
I was gonna say,
Give
give
y'all
it up for
y'all- give
our
y'all- give y'all
engineer and for
Instagrams.
wifey. Give it up for the engineer and for wifey. Wait,
Yay.
yes.
Big E? He's like, no, I'm little E, bitch. He's mad as fuck at me.
Just give it up for the engineer and for wifey.
Okay, man. This
Thank
is
you.
An Hour with Crowder, and we out.